All right, and we're back to the Domed In Pod. Today we're going to be going over the Syracuse tight ends, kind of looking at that position group, breaking it down. So to go ahead and get us started, I'm going to read the guys on the roster. We got Dan Villari, redshirt senior. We got David Clement. He's big, 6'6", 256. He's a real good blocker. Jamie Tremble. He was impressive in high school. He had some games last year, but that we're expecting a big increase in role for him for sure, I think. And then Elijah Washington Baker, who was a redshirt freshman last year, mainly on special teams, 6'7", 230, big boy. So, the theme that we'll see in this position group, and also if you go to some of the trenches, as we'll talk about with offensive line and defensive line, is that under Fran, we have way more beef than we've ever had, which is a great thing. And you see that at this position. Villari's 6'4", 240, Clement 6'6", 260, Jamie Tremble 6'4", 210, and Elijah Washington Baker 6'7", 230. Who knows what they're actually going to weigh in when it comes to the end of camp this year, right? So it feels like there's some talent here, and I know we lost OG, and we can't really have a conversation about Syracuse tight ends without OG because I think he's one of the greatest ever. I think he will go down as that.
Yeah.
And, I think he's going to have a huge career in the pros. So losing him is big, but I do think we're poised to step up with some young talent and also some size.
Yeah, I think this has been an interesting position for Cuse historically. Like before OG, really not a productive group for a while, or at least not at a high level. We've had some decent guys there, but nothing really that stands out. We've got size right now. I think what's encouraging is Villari obviously has a huge opportunity, frankly, to showcase himself. Like if he harnesses this role, in Nixon's offense, the tight end plays a significant role. And I think with more inexperienced quarterbacks, even more so. So he's got a chance if he plays well to really put himself on an NFL radar. And I think really, you look at the younger guys, I think Tremble is what's really exciting. He's a 4-star recruit from Georgia. Like we're talking an athlete here. He can move. His brother's an NFL player. Obviously, we'd like to see him get, I think, some reps this year. I think, honestly, next year is probably when we'll see more production out of him. But if he really could give us something, it'd be a nice boost to the offense there as well. I don't know. It's an exciting group.
Nixon showed last year he's not afraid to play two tight ends together. And I think that's a big piece of it, right? And I think, with him, he's not going to try to play. He's not going to be afraid to play two tight ends together. He's not going to be afraid to play Tremble and Villari quite a bit on the field, in and out of packages, both of them at the same time.
I think Tremble can go out wide.
Right. And I think he can take some of maybe the role that Gadsden had as more of the receiving tight end. And Villari's going to play that too, but Villari's maybe going to make some more of those tough catches over the middle, which honestly in our offense this year, you're going to need more. Last year with a guy like Kyle McCord, a receiving tight end was great. But this year, with maybe a little bit more inconsistent quarterback play, that easy route over the middle, that big man who could, rumble a little bit is going to be really important. So I think Villari's going to have a much bigger role.
I do as well. I think, we'll see that. I think we may see a little bit of Villari Wildcat again this year, to be honest with you. I think that's honestly always been effective. It was effective again last year when we used it for short yardage things, I think, as well. And look, I think he's an interesting player that I think Coach Nixon is certainly going to, frankly, be in his tool bag with this year.